Hello, everyone. Everyone. We're all in this together. And we're all going through so many massive upgrades right now. Raise your hand if you're going through an upgrade. It's an increase in the speed of frequency, and it's a lightening up. But it's odd how, as we're lightening up, we sometimes feel heavier. And as we're expanding, we sometimes feel a contraction. And that's because there's a pendulum swing. And as we move back through these extremes on our way to 0 point, where everything integrates and merges and comes together in a way that truly catalyzes within us, it becomes part of us. It's part of the transformation. We experience the two extremes to know that we are all of it. And then we come to that 0 point where the extremes aren't experienced, they're just known. Oh, I just got back from California, and it's funny because it's summertime and it's actually a little humid because we've had so much rain and it's warm outside. But I've been inside a coffee shop where the air conditioning is like on refrigerator. That's what it's set to, refrigerator. And so I put on this velvet shirt today, and I'm like, it's so weird that I'm putting this velvet shirt on even though it's summer, but I absolutely know that this place is going to be cold, and rather than bringing along a jacket, I'm just going to wear something that's warm enough. I'm experiencing these two extremes. And I was chatting with a friend while I was in California about how I have felt a bit lately like I'm in clothes that are too small. And at one point they fit. At one point things in my life worked. And now it feels like I'm trying to get out of these clothes that are too tight. Have you ever been in a shirt that's too small and you're like, how did I even get in this? And you're trying to take it off and it feels like it's going to rip. Like, I don't know how it works to even get your arms in the holes for the shirt to put it on, but taking it off is really hard. And you can't get to the buttons. They're like in the back, whatever. I feel a little bit like that in life these days, where I have expanded and I'm still sort of making my way out of the containers in which I have been living within. And I give so much gratitude for all the experiences of these fences that have kept me safe and have felt cozy for a certain amount of time, for these spaces. But fences down, too tight, off. And it's part of the process to move from that tighter container into the larger container and know that I am more than any container I would ever put myself in while I'm in the little container that is my body. While I'm here being a human and being part of the every of one, the individuation. So much bigger than that individuation. Any adjectives that I could give myself, any ways that I could describe myself, they're not really me. They're a part of the character that I'm playing while I'm here. And I don't actually have to hang on to those adjectives either. I can let things go that no longer suit me and no longer fit me, and I can expand. I also, through a lot of the breathwork practices that I enjoy, and in a way I don't even want to call it breathwork, I just want to call it breathing, but in some of the breathing that I enjoy doing in a methodical way, there is an inhale, 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 just keep breathing in and then hold. Hold, 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 hold. And that desire for the next breath is so intense. That longing to receive the next inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale when you have that pause in the middle is really profound. When we are longing for that next phase, when we're looking for the inhale or we're looking for the exhale, the part of us that is just sitting there waiting, that has such a desire for the next thing, but we're not there yet. We're not completely we're not completely at the end of our breath. We can go just a tiny bit longer. But when you go longer than you thought you could without that inhale, or you exhale and you keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, it creates this understanding that we can expand. And like one of the things I'll do is I'll work from 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 to 12. How long can you make the inhale? How long can you make the exhale? How long can you be in that place where you are neither breathing in nor out and you're just existing? Sometimes that can be the hardest part. And I feel that right before we expand, the contraction feels even more intense. So a lot of us are in a contraction phase right now. A lot of us are in clothes that are a little too tight. We've got some fences to knock down. We've got some adjectives to dismantle about who we think we are so that we can become even more of who we really are, which is infinite, which is part of the one, which is why I always emphasize every one, because we are all connected to all that is, that all that we are. And it's a privilege to be condensed down and to be in the experience of something more microscopic, to have the opportunity to look closely at a way of life, to exist within a way of life. But we don't have to be trapped by that privilege. We can expand out of it. We can be more. We can expand, and we can change costumes. So, love you. Have a great day. Message me below and let me know if you have gotten a little tight in your current outfit, in your current costume, and what you might be changing into next. I feel it. I love you. Bye.